Wukong?
He brought the kitten along on his journey, and the kitten brought a sense of beauty into his life. After Wukong came into his world, his life was completely changed. Cyclist Zhao Shuo was biking through Tibet, camping alone at night, when a stray kitten suddenly wandered into his tent. Even though it was the first time they met, the tiny kitten acted like it had known him for years, showing no fear at all, crawling straight into his sleeping bag and curling up in his arms. That collision between two lonely souls left the wanderer's heart stirred for a long time. Soon after, Zhao Shuo decided to take the kitten away from the freezing -30°C of Altai and head to Ili, where winters are much milder, to set it free. He named the kitten Wukong, hoping it would have 72 transformations and 72 lives like the Monkey King. With the name, a bond was formed. Traveling alone feels like documenting life, but no matter how beautiful the scenery, it eventually starts to feel lonely. With Wukong around, though, it felt more like sharing, as if the wind from his journey had reached those of us who've never ventured far. Zhao Shuo, who once rushed through his rides, no longer bikes in the rain. Every time they reached a new place, he'd let Wukong out for some fresh air, to run freely through open fields, and to leave its mark on the mountains, rivers, and lakes they passed. He bought a cat backpack, cooked meals for the kitten. You could say he used to be lonely but free. But with Wukong now in his backpack, only the freedom remained. Before Wukong, Zhao Shuo lived like a wild man, sleeping in tents or $7 hotels, eating foraged fruits, being extremely frugal. After Wukong, he generously bought all sorts of toys for the cat. The contrast in diet was even more striking. He used to eat naan and noodles every day. Now, to make sure Wukong got enough nutrients, there was always beef or lamb, mostly for the cat. Even when he had a bowl of beef noodles, he'd pick out the meat and leave it for Wukong. And every time Wukong got excited and ran off to play, Zhao Shuo had to wait for him to tire out before continuing the journey. To him, Wukong's mother must have been a very capable cat, because when they met, Wukong had already mastered basic survival skills. Climbing trees was nothing. Sometimes Wukong would stay up there for half an hour, and when Zhao Shuo called him, he'd pretend not to hear. He never felt like he rescued a cat. It felt more like he met a true friend. He took him to see the snow, to hunt. Zhao Shuo said everyone is free, and Wukong was no different. Even if one day Wukong ran off because of mating instincts, that too was his freedom. Despite all the care and love he gave, Zhao Shuo always felt guilty for dragging Wukong along on such a rough life, and even shed tears for it. Wukong helped many people discover Zhao Shuo the cyclist, but it was Zhao Shuo's character that made them stay and follow his journey. Unfortunately, just last month, Wukong passed away in a traffic accident. He left Zhao Shuo forever. Without Wukong, Zhao Shuo became a lonely traveler once again.